Hello everyone, this is Lost World, first chat in a long time. We are here to talk about E3 2012. Here with me today is The Thrill.
Hello.
And yuyuhakushox.
Hey, what's up?
Alright guys, so first off, what did you guys see? Did you guys see more of the conference or more of trailers? Because I snooped around with trailers.
Same here. I saw like almost nothing in conferences, a little bit of gameplay, mostly trailers.
Well, yeah. I caught a lot of trailers, but I ended up sneaking into the Sony. Oh my God, the Sony conference.
Okay.
So, a lot of fun stuff happening there. Let me tell you.
Okay, that's good. Right off the bat, who do you think offered the most?
Not Microsoft.
That's the way of putting it.
It's funny because you read on the internet and it's like none of them won. Ubisoft did the best.
Well, pretty much, yeah. That's what happened. Is Ubisoft screw the rap. Ubisoft should probably just go off and learn how to make their own damn console at this point.
They probably should. If Sega can do it, they can. Ubisoft does what the other three don't.
And then 25 years they up and make. They can make like the Ubisoft CD or something like that, and
I see.
Go down the ship. And the next thing you know, I don't know, the Splinter Cell series will end up being like Sonic the Hedgehog, and everybody will be like, "What happened to the glory days?"
Oh God. But no, it just seemed like the Ubisoft had just the most to offer, with titles ranging for all consoles. The new Assassin's Creed looks really good. That's a series that I just really want to jump right into. But I know this is one of the hot topics that we're going to have to discuss. The Wii U is finally officially announced. It has its release date. It has its software lineup. Any thoughts at all?
Yes. So new Super Mario Bros. U.
Help.
First, Mario Bros. Okay, so it's been 6 years, or give or take, or something, since the first new Super Mario Bros. Can we stop calling it new? I remember when What's New Scooby-Doo came out in like 2003, and the first thing I said to myself as a young whippersnapper was, man, this is gonna be weird in 10 years when this is no longer new. And it's not, and it's a stupid title, and we should stop calling it that. Like, the first time, it worked because we didn't. It's been a while since the last Mario side-scroller, but now it's not, and we should just call it something.
Yeah, it's been too common, and the fact that we have two new Super Mario Brothers is getting to the part where I'm just, But if there's one thing I can say about E3, it's that I can't knock Nintendo for milking Mario when I saw milking from everyone. Everyone. We have a new Call of Duty. We have a fifth God of War?
I don't know what number we're on. You follow that series more than I do.
I'm losing interest because I was watching this, and even though the new thing is they're working on co-op multiplayer, what we saw was the same damn thing I've been seeing for each God of War. It's Kratos in some big city, Kratos fighting enemies while this huge titanic monster attacks the city, and it ends with him engaging with the monster, and the trailer ends. I'm like, are we really going to recycle the same beginning? Because I know it works. But for me, that's the only thing that's really working anymore for these games. The beginning is amazing, phenomenal. It's when you get past those first couple hours that God of War starts to lose its fun factor. It starts to get real stale and repetitive.
What you just said reminds me a lot about how I feel about the vast majority of Sonic the Hedgehog games. That first stage sure was great. Remember City Escape? Remember Rooftop Run? Remember the being chased by a giant whale? Oh, this has nothing to do with E3 because there wasn't even a Sonic game there. Spoiler, there is no Sonic game here. And then the rest of the game is like, yeah, it's pretty good. Or sometimes really horrible like Sonic 06. But yeah, I think I can best summarize my feelings on E3 as, did you like that other game? Well, that game's getting a sequel. And if you all look under your chairs, you're all getting sequels except for Mega Man Legends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that should have actually been brought up somewhere along the line. Someone should have said, and yeah, no, you're not getting another Mega Man Legends.
By the way, we hate Mega Man. So, here's the new Resident Evil.
I just thought you all may wanted to know. Yeah, it's his 25th anniversary, but fuck that guy. He borrowed my car and returned it on empty, so we canceled 2 of his games. That's how we do things at Capcom. It had a dent in and everything.
Although I'm pretty sure that dent may have been there before I lent it to him, but I still blamed him anyway, because, geez, he's blue, and I'm racist. I don't like the blue people.
Oh, dear. Alright, well, since we're on Capcom briefly, I'm gonna get this out of the way. I saw more footage of Devil May Cry, and I'm beyond disgusted. And I'm just not a big Devil May Cry fan, but everything I'm seeing is just a failure on every account.
You know what? I need to jump in here now. I really do.
Okay.
Alright. Now, I have been a huge skeptic of DMC. I really have, since they first announced it way back. Because, I mean, yes, I'm the whack job who claims that Devil May Cry 3 is my favorite game of all time. Okay,
that was Doom. What?
No, Doom was my first game that I ever played.
I see.
That was my childhood.
Okay.
Devil May Cry 3, I often say, is my favorite game of all time. People call me insane for it. You know, everybody's like, oh, Mario Brothers, oh, Ocarina of Time, yada, yada, yada. No. Devil May Cry 3, I don't know how many times I played that freaking game. But, point is, when they started showing footage of DMC, my heart sank. Because it just took everything I loved and tore it to shreds. And the more and more they've released, the more and more they have taken it and torn it to shreds. I just saw this E3 trailer yesterday, where he goes into this nightclub. Dante goes into this nightclub. And honestly, this trailer was probably the first time that I got any real feeling that maybe I should wait and see what happens when the game comes out. It's the first time I felt this with any of the crap that they have shown us thus far.
I saw like a gameplay showing of like one of the demos on the show floor, and I've been hearing that it's literally like Darksiders. You're mashing one button, and that's all you have to do to win every battle so far. And I saw a boss battle, and I realized that really we've gotten to the point where we need to use F-bombs for Dante, who's a cocky prick, who has some really memorable one-liners. So really we're just saying F you, no F you, back and forth. I'm like, it's kind of juvenile, really.
Yeah, a little bit. Like, there are plenty of fun, interesting ways to pretend to be mature, but I noticed with video games, especially when we are trying to reinvent the fucking wheel when we don't, Sonic 06 car, we usually do a spectacularly bad job by just tossing around fuck and bitch all the time. See, I'm saying it, but I'm not being a badass. See, this indicates that it's not really a terrible badass. And
yet, if we look at our society today, that seems to be the thing, though, is yes, that is what makes you badass. And it's the slightly more intelligent crowd who know how to form sentences and, longer words.
Who actually have a script writing career.
That
just comes off as lazy script writing, to be honest, to me. And it's really sad, because I'm like, there is so much more potential you can put in this script than an F-bomb every 2 minutes.
It is sad. It is sad. And, I mean, like I said,
if you've ever wondered
characters have been torn to shred, the gameplay, I mean, the more I'm looking at it, I mean, I don't know how the controls are going to work so far, but at least they've brought things up to speed from the looks of things. Like, before, when they started showing things, like, everything seemed really sluggish to me, and it's like, that's not what I remember from Devil May Cry. Everything's fast-paced and crazy, and half the time I don't know what the hell's going on. I just know, like, I'm rapidly tapping buttons and things are happening. But
True, yeah.
But I'm having a blast doing it. So, I mean, I obviously haven't had hands-on time with it yet. I'm hoping they at least release the demo or something so I can get an idea. But, I mean, I don't know. I've heard that things are kind of deep combat-wise, but at the same time, that's always from these damn interviews.
Yeah.
But
I really like to think that Devil May Cry and Beautiful Joe are sort of like these sister series where their primary focus aren't really around like being really deep or dynamic, but around being a spectacle fighter, where you punch things blow up, and you sit back and feel really cool about it. and you put on your sunglasses and walk away and explode happens in the background.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, you can definitely feel really, really cool with your what you do in a Devil May Cry game or a Beautiful Joe game, but at the same time, like again, this may be just me being biased. The fact that I play this game way too much, but like again, Devil May Cry 3, there's so much shit you can do, and if you start learning how to integrate it all with what enemies you're fighting, it's surprisingly much more deep than you expect it to be with the spectacleness. Yes, it's bright, it's flashy, yes, you can do awesome things, but there are more awesome things for you to do.
Yeah.
So,
I was more addressing the difference between, just using a film example, just saying with new Devil May Cry's Michael Bay and 1 or 3, assuming you like 3. I like 3.
well,
But assuming you like 3 would be like Quentin Tarantino. Both of them have a lot of things that are exciting going on, but one of these things tend to be crap and the other tend to be really good. And
you
but of
know,
course,
it's funny that you actually compare Michael Bay to DMC and Quentin Tarantino to Devil May Cry 3, because immediately I start thinking about the writing styles of the two of them.
Oh my god, I can't unsee this.
Now I'm really scared for DMC.
Oh Jesus! And mind you, like the title, I fucking hate the title. I'm sorry. I don't. I really don't like it when we do this thing with the title.
Hate the title? We dropping F-bombs now.
Yeah, let's stop that. Let's cut it down
Sorry,
a little bit.
it's a
Come
force
on,
of
guys.
habit. I'm not trying to be really awesome and cool. You shouldn't try to imitate me. I'm not very cool at all. But the title, I'm not a fan. I don't like it when we do the thing with titles and we try to reinvent the wheel, and then sometimes it turns out to be bad. I'm not saying the game's going to be bad. I haven't played it, but if it is bad, we're going to look dumb in the future.
Oh god, yeah.
I agree.
Oh yeah.
There's not much more I can just really say. I'm just looking at it and I'm like, really? The first change you announced is the change to Dante. But every other thing you really couldn't change or work on, you kind of like took a step back. I mean, even the combat just looks really generic. So I'm hoping they prove me wrong. I really am. Because right now I'm just, ugh. And I'm not a Devil May Cry fan. I played one game, I enjoyed it. I played the second game, I'm like, eh. I've seen some footage, I'm like, looks cool, but I'm seeing this game and I'm just like, it's not grabbing me at all. So, we'll see.
We'll see. Like I said, this last trailer that I watched kind of got me a bit more hopeful. Not much, but enough that...
enough for a rental.
well, enough for me to check out a demo if it ever friggin' comes out.